What's going on, guys? Here at Sports Cards coming at you with another video today. Yes, you saw it. This is the Tuesday expectations video series I'm doing for retail hunting. You guys know I like to cover retail hunting news, go retail hunting myself, and specifically I really focus on Target. So this is in prep for the 8 a.m. Target drops. You can also use this information for if you go to Meijer, if you go to Walmart, if you go to CVS, etc. You guys can use all this information. So I'm going to go through each sport, what you can expect to see for products for that sport, and the value of that product. Now I'm going to be naming resale prices, comps on eBay, but I'm not promoting resale products. Why I'm doing this is because the higher the value on the secondary market of boxes, the higher the value the singles are that you get out of that box. So if you're opening up the box, pretty much all these prices, all these values are going to be based on when you open it. The value of the singles are going to be higher for higher price boxes, secondary market. Just wanted to preface that if it wasn't obvious enough. So here we go. Let's get into it. We're going to start with football. So sadly, Optic has been gone for about 2 or 3 weeks now in some areas. And so there's no Optic football, but the one product that is going to be there this weekend, or this Friday really, is Select football. They have the blaster boxes and the fat packs, no cello packs for the Select football. So that's the only product for football. What we're looking at right now, resale blasters as of Tuesday are going for about $80 to $90. That's probably going to hold out up until Friday. And what's interesting about this is it's down about $30 from last video, which is last Tuesday. They were selling for about $110 to $120. If I'm looking to my left, it's because I'm referencing statistics that I wrote down. I have like a huge list to kind of make these videos because I'm going to forget some stuff. So they were going for about $110, $120 in resale. They lost $30 value. But the week before they were going for $175, $200, and then they were down to $110, $120. So they lost extreme value. They don't lose as much value this week. That is in part due to this one per item. So pretty much scalpers, people that are kind of flipping the products themselves, are not getting as many Select blasters, therefore not as many are going in the secondary market, because a lot of people that get in line later are opening these boxes, right? So they're opening, they're selling the singles, right? So with less supply, the box price isn't going to go down tremendously, although it is definitely going down still. It could have gone down to 60 or 70 based on what we've seen from Panini Prism football, not necessarily basketball, because that's a whole different thing right now. What we've seen from other blaster boxes from football this year. So we're about 80 to 90. I would argue we're close to the range where it kind of flatlines until it stops, getting put out in retail stores, and then it kind of climbs its way back up to 120, 125 range. I would say after this week, the price will go down to maybe 70s or 80s, and it's going to stay in the 70s or 80s, maybe trickle down to 65, stay in that range until it's not out anymore, and then it's going to go back up in a few weeks, maybe a couple weeks to 125, I would argue. So that's kind of what you're looking at in terms of Select football blasters. This is the third week it's out, I do believe, and fourth in some areas. Usually products out for 6 to 7 weeks on average. I don't know what they're going to do, though, being that this is the only football product. I doubt that they're not going to stock football products anymore. So we'll see. Fat packs are about $35 to $40 now. Last week they were $45 to $55, so they did lose about $10 in value-ish, somewhere around that. I did see some still going for $50 though. It was pretty wide range, so $35 to $50, most going in that $40 to $45 range. But I wanted to get the whole spectrum of potential prices for fat packs. So that's what you're going to see for Select football. That's the only football product again. So good luck getting that. That's going to be fun. But I wouldn't argue it's the best product you can get. Here's why. Let's hop into basketball. There are 2 products that you can get this week. Now, NBA Hoops is officially not out. Last week was the last week it would be out in some areas. It was not out on the East Coast. It was not on the West Coast. I did see some hoops out in the Midwest, according to Facebook groups, Discord groups I'm in. NBA Hoops blaster boxes, fat packs, they're done. You can start to see their prices are going to rise probably to $70, $80 range. I'd argue maybe lower, $65 to $80 is probably what it's going to settle at within the next week or two. But that leaves Prism basketball and Donruss basketball. Donruss basketball has kept its value. It's kind of at that point where it's just kind of staying steady, just like Select football is going to kind of fall into the steady category. Blaster boxes resale are selling about $50 or $60. Fat packs $15 to $20. And that's literally the same as last week. The comps are arguably the same. I see some 60, some 50, some 55, all in that range. And the fat packs are the same, $15 to $20. I have seen some trickle down to like $13, $12, but I didn't argue it's enough to really change that range all that much. Once Donruss basketball stops coming out, it will go back up. So I would argue that potentially, Donruss basketball blaster boxes are a solid buy right now to hold on to. I wouldn't open them yet, but once they start going back up to that value, they're probably going to settle at $65 to $80. My guess, probably more of the $70 to $80 range. Because hoops blasters were about $45 to $55, so I'm assuming that since they're $50 to $60, they're going to settle at $70 or $80. I would open it then when it starts to settle at higher because your singles will be worth more. Let's get into Prizm basketball. This is the other hot commodity. Obviously, Select and Prizm basketball are going to be your two biggest products. Short-term, Prizm basketball is better for you right now. Blasters are about 115 to 120, down very minimal. Very, very minimal. From last week, they're about 120 to 130 at the highest. I did not see any 130s in the past 2 days. Actually, maybe seen 130. Most of them are kind of hanging around 120, really. 122, 123, I've seen some up in there. So you could argue 115 to 125 if you'd like. They lost $5 in value. I just didn't see enough at 125 to argue that that's the range. Then hanger boxes are down $10 from last week. Last week, they were 130. Now they're 120. I think, again, it's just because more supply. Demand has not necessarily gone down. There's not enough proof to say either way, but I'd argue that demand hasn't really gone down. And I guess to kind of follow up why I don't think demand has gone down, because cello packs actually went up. So at the maximum last week, they were selling about 40. They were 35 to 40. Now it's 40 to 45. A lot of them are kind of going at that 40 range, so that maximum from last week. Solid stuff. People have been pulling much better stuff from the cellos. So I would argue buy a hanger first. Then a blaster box, because the hanger boxes are about $14.99, $12.99 at some places. Target, depending on where you are, has really different prices, and you'll see that when we kind of get into baseball. At least at my store, Prizm hanger boxes are $11.99. People saying at their Target they're $14.99. They really vary. Best value to argue is probably the hanger box, then the blaster box. For short-term value, if you want to mix in some Select, because obviously that's the hot commodity, I think Select is a good longer-term value, right? When they stop bringing Select out, there'll be better value in the long run. I would argue right now, Prizm's probably better buy because I still think Select is going to settle near $75, $80 mark. So that's up to you. And again, no hoops blasters. So one football product, two basketball products, and you're going to have 3 baseball products. Actually, 4 baseball products and 1 new release. So I'll get to the new release first. That is a Bowman Baseball Fat Packs. Blaster boxes are releasing May 12th for Bowman Baseball. Those are May 12th, but the Fat Packs are $15 to $20 in value right now. They're $5.99 at some Targets, $4.99 in others. There's 19 cards per pack. They include first Bowmans. They are paper. I think you can pull chromes, though. I think you can. I've seen some people pull chrome-esque cards in these fat packs. So that's something to look out for. Again, that 15 to 20 resale value has been pretty consistent throughout fat packs. Because baseball is not popular, there's not too much added value to argue. As we kind of go into the future weeks, we're going to see a dip in that price. And I'm going to back that up by hopping to Topps Heritage. As you know, in the last week's video, we kind of talked about how Topps Heritage blaster boxes were about $30 to $35 resale. Now they've kind of climbed down to about $20 to $25. Prior to the $30 to $35, they were about $35 to $40. So they're kind of lost $5, $10 now, $20 to $25. So you're not really getting any additional value getting at $20, maybe $5 extra in value. Hanger boxes are about $10 to $15 in resale. They cost $9.99 and in most stores, $11.99 in some. It really depends. And then fat packs, which are $5.99, are reselling for about $5 to $9. Some people are losing on those. Some people are gaining on those. It really varies for Heritage Baseball. I mean, it literally varies. I've seen a bunch of 5, a bunch of 7, a bunch of 9, a bunch of 8. Very easy to get Heritage Baseball. If you haven't actually checked out that video, I ripped a pack of Heritage. I found some. So go check that video out. Super fun video, super fun breaking. See what we pulled. That brings me into Series 1. They are obviously having blaster boxes. The blaster boxes are about 17 to 20 in value. I've seen some go as low as 15. Much easier access to Series 1 blaster boxes in general. Series 1 fat packs are much easier to get. Those are selling for about $4 to $6 resale, so you're not even getting any additional value there. You're almost losing money by buying those. And the top Series 1 tins are the only thing that have any sort of markup. I believe they're $14.99 at some Targets. Some Targets are even charging blaster box price. I have not seen that. They're about reselling about $17 to $20, so a little $2 to $5 extra value within those. Again, it's Series 1 baseball, so it's nothing crazy. Last baseball product we're going to see, absolutely no change from last week. Panini Donruss Blasters are about $20 to $25 in resale value, with fat packs being $5 to $6 and hanger boxes $9 to $11. So people are actually losing on hanger boxes as those are $9.99. Fat packs are going to be $4.99, so $5 to $6. They're going for about that same value and really not getting any too much of a crazy value. But guys, that is going to be it for this video, and that's what you can expect for retail. Do you guys like when I do this video? Does it help you out? I hope it does. Let me know on Friday. Come back to this video on Friday. Let me know, how did this video suit you? Did it do well? Did you score some Prism blasters? Did you score a Prism hanger box? Did you score a select football blaster? Did you select football fat pack? If you haven't already, there's going to be policy changes at these Targets. There's a bunch of them. Go check out this video right here. There's tons of changes, potential changes. I mean, they might even stop selling sports cards at Target, which is crazy, not confirmed, but go check out that video. I'll also leave the link in the description. And last but not least, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe down below. It helps me so much, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow's Reaction Wednesday because I changed up some videos from yesterday. Guys, peace.